Dear students, welcome to my channel. Now I am going to discuss about insertion sorting technique. So here in the insertion sorting technique, in the first iteration, first two elements are going to arranged in sorting list. In the similar way, in the second iteration, first three elements are arranged in the sorting list. That is, the third element will be inserted in the sorted list. So, in this way, we are going to sort n elements. We require n minus 1 iterations. Now, we will see one example so that we can understand easily. So, here I am taking elements as like 40, 30, 20, 10, 15. These are the elements that I want to sort using insertion sorting technique. So here we need to sort the elements like 10, 15, 20, 30 and 40. So now we will see the first iteration. First iteration. So what are the elements? 40, 30, 20, 10, 15. So in the first iteration, first two elements are consecutive elements are compared. So these two are elements are compared. So if the first element is greater than second element, then we are going to swap these two elements like 30 to 40 and 40 to 30. So 40 is greater than 30, right? So we are going to interchange those elements. So now we will see like 30, 40, 20, 10, 15. These are sorted elements right now. First two elements are in the sorted list. So now we can say that these two elements are like sorted list. These are like sorted list and remaining are unsorted list. Unsorted list. And now we will see in the second iteration what will happen. So now we are moving to the second iteration. So what are the elements now? 30, 40, 20, 10, 15. So now we have to insert one element to the sorted list. What is that third element? 20. So now we will see. So already these are sorted list, right? Now we are going to add one more element called third element that we are going to insert. Now we have to check each this element with each and every element in order to get sorted list. Now we are going to backward, like we are checking this element with the previous element. What is that previous element? 40. Now we are going to check these two elements. Now 40 is greater than 20, right? Then we are going to swap. Only those two elements only we are going to swap. So what is that? 30 as it is, 20 is swapped to 40 and 40 is swapped to 20 and remaining elements are like same. So these are known as not in the sorted list. Again we need to check this 20 element with the previous element. So that is 30. 30 is greater than 20, right? Now we need to interchange those elements. Now so 20, 30, 40, 10, 15. So now three elements are in the sorted list now. 20, 30, 40, we got three elements as sorted list. We are calling it as sorted list. and these are known as unsorted list. Now we will see third iteration. So what are the elements? So now we take third iteration. So what are the elements? Twenty, 30, 40, 10, 15. These are sorted list, right? What are they? 20, 30 and 40 are sorted list and 10 and 15 are unsorted list. Now we are going to insert one element to the sorted list. Now we will see those elements. So like 20, 30, 40, 10 and then 15. These are known as we are inserted this element into the sorted list, but we are not sorry. Here we need to check this element with the remaining elements. Okay, so this is nothing but unsorted list. Now we have to check this element with the previous element. What is the previous element here? 40. If 40 is greater than 10, then we need to swap both the elements. Now we will see 20 as it is, 30 as it is. Now we are going to interchange those elements 10 to 40, 40 to 10 and then 15 as it is. Again we need to check it, right? Again we need to check with the previous element with the 10. So these two are checked here. 30 is greater than 10 means we need to again swap. So 20 as it is and then 10, 30, 40, 15. So next, these are like again it is in the unsorted list. Now we need to check with this element with the previous element called 20. Now 20 is greater than 10, right? Now again we need to swap those elements like 10, 20, 30, 40. We are going backward here to swap those elements, to sort those elements, right? So now we got it as sorted list. These are known as sorted list. These are known as unsorted list. Sorted list and then unsorted list. This 15 will be added to the sorted list in the fourth iteration. Now we will see fourth iteration also. Fourth iteration. So what are the elements? 10, 20, 30, 40, 15. Now the list is like 10, 20, 30, 40 and 15. Now we need to check this inserted element with the previous element. This inserted element with the previous element. Now we will see 40 is greater than 15, right? Then we need to swap, right? So 10 as it is, 20 as it is, 30 as it is, 15 with the 40, 40 with the 15. We swapped. Again we need to check, right? We need to check 15 element with the previous element. Two consecutive elements we need to compare. So 30 is greater than 50, right? Okay, now we need to swap because it is greater than 15. So now elements are like 10 as it is, 20 as it is, and then 15, and then 30, and then 40. Now we need to check 15 value, 15 element with the previous element called 20. Again here 20 is greater than 15, right? Then we are going to interchange. And then next elements are like 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. So now again this element is checked with the is compared with the previous element. Now we will see. So these two elements are checked here. And then 15 is greater than 10. So 10 is less than 15, right? So there is no requirement of swapping. So the sorted list, finally we got the sorted list, that is